Hi everyone! In this video we will solve radical equations. Solve the square root of negative 11y minus 18 equals negative y. We have an isolated radical on one side of the equation, and to remove that radical so that we can work inside of it, we can simply square it. And if we square one side, then we must also square the other side to keep the equal sign balanced. On the left side, the square root of a squared cancels, so we're left with negative 11y minus 18 equals, and on the right side, negative y times negative y is positive y squared. Now we need to move all of the variables to one side of the equation, so I'm going to go ahead and I will add 11y to both sides and add 18 to both sides. So I get positive y squared plus 11y plus 18 equals 0. Now we can go ahead and factor the right side of the equation and then use the zero product property to solve for y. So to factor this, we're going to look for all of the factors of 18 because our coefficient in front of the y is a 1. So finding all of the factors of 18, we have 1 and 18, 2 and 9, 3 and 6, and we need a combination to make positive 11. So let's look at our signs. We have a positive here. That means that both of the factors will have the same sign, and this positive here means that both of those will be positive. So the same signs will be positive on them all, and we're looking for a combination to give us positive 11. Positive 2 plus 9 gives us positive 11, so we can replace that. So we'll have 0 equals y squared plus 2y plus 9y, replacing that 11, plus 18, and then we factor by grouping. The first two in common have a y, so we'll take out the greatest common factor of y, and we get y plus 2. The second two have a 9 in common, so we'll factor out a 9, and we end up with y plus 2. Now both of these terms, these larger terms, have a common factor of y plus 2, this binomial. So we'll factor that out, and I ran out of room, so we'll come up here. So we have 0 equals, we're factoring out the y plus 2, and we're left with y plus 9. Now that we have this factored, we can set both of these factors equal to 0 with the zero product property. So we have y plus 2 equals 0, and y plus 9 equals 0. Then to solve for y, we'll subtract 2 from both sides and subtract 9 from both sides, and we'll get y equals negative 2 and y equals negative 9. There is one more step though. We need to check these because both of these solutions will be put into a radical in our original equation. So we need to go back and make sure that it doesn't accidentally give us a negative underneath the radical. So let's go ahead and substitute those back in. And I'm running out of room, so this is going to get kind of small. So we're going to have the square root of negative 11 times negative 2 minus 18, and then equals negative, and substituting the negative 2 just in for the y. So we have two negatives there. And then we'll go ahead and calculate that. Negative 11 times negative 2 is positive 22. Minus 18, and a negative times a negative is positive. 22 minus 18 is 4, and the square root of 4 is 2, which does indeed equal 2. So our answer of y equals negative 2 is a solution. Now let's go ahead and try y equals negative 9. So we end up substituting that in, and we get the square root of negative 11 times negative 9 minus 18 equals negative, sorry, this is getting really small, negative 9. A negative times a negative is positive, so we get a positive 9 here. Just putting that there so that we don't lose everything over there. Then negative 11 times negative 9 gives us a positive 99 minus 18. 99 minus 18 gives us 81, square root of 81, and the square root of 81 is 9, which does in fact equal 9. So both of these solutions are answers to our radical equation, and we're all done.